Hello and welcome to Propaganda. We have not played this deck in a long time. It's one of our regular little spicy lists that I've been playing over the years. I think the best I've ever done in a challenge with it is 14th. Cracked the top 20, which was kind of a cool thing. Very metagame dependent. If creatures are going your way, you want to be able to kill them with this deck. You do Deathtouch. Anyway, so based on Trinket Mage, we've got a whole lot of package here. What I like to do is separate these things out, and we've got our Ninja Draw package and Spellstutters here. We have, let's see, I got it kind of, this is the new card to the list. I know Marvel's out, and I haven't really tinkered with too much there. I was going to show you a new bow combination. If you follow our posts on YouTube, you'll see that the list there, because then Seeker got banned. Anyway, I used to play Network Disruptor here because of the early access to turning on sprites and such. It still might be the right call, maybe make room for this to fit in alongside of the Sewer-veillance Cam, but I really like this late draw engine and the ability that says tap or untap, so that if your combo, again, let's go back to the combo. We're playing, Death Stick, whatever you want to call it, Deathtouch. We got Deathtouch creatures, 8 of them, 4 ways to bring them back, and then 2 longbows, and then a trinket package to go find all these little toolbox goodies of things that you can do, affect the game. And our counter package, besides Spellstutter Sprite, are 3 turn-asides. I really like having 3 of these. We're very heavy into blue. Usually have blue floating around. And, with the Surveillance Cam, if they've got 2 Gurmag Anglers, you ping one of them, you cast this on your own dude, untap it, kill the other one, and start marching in with your ninjas to keep the card advantage engine going. Yeah, Winged Coatl there exactly for that. Chimpskey nailed it. That is all about the Guardian of the Guild pack. The only way to really get rid of it, and sometimes that flying thing can be a treat too. So we're running 3 Ambush Vipers, 4 Recluses, and 1 Coatl for the death package. With the Pulse of Murasa, it feels like plenty. I put the 4th one in. I had 3 for the longest time, but red is just such a thing. If you see our sideboard, we've got 7 blasts. We've got an early fetch here, so a lot of times I am pulsing early, wasting that first one to just make sure our land hits right and stuff. But anyway, so we got the 3 trinkets here to get the long bows. We've got 1 Seed of the Synod it can fetch. We've got 1 Tree of Tails, and obviously the bridge combos here. One of our best finishers too is the, where's he hiding? Where is he hiding? Where is he hiding? I'm looking for it. There. It's right there. Kenku Artificer. I used to run 2 of these. Just don't. I really like it at 1. We see a lot of this deck, and Pulse of Murasa late game engine here, bringing back your bridges to be indestructible and colorless damage. So anyway, that's a rundown of the deck. We've got in our sideboard, like I said, 7 blasts, 1 tranquility. This is surprisingly good against a lot of matchups. I used to run 2, like 3 terrifying presence. This card isn't here for the flavor. This is here for, we're playing Deathtouch creatures. So if you get attacked by 16 creatures, let's say you block the best one with your Recluse, you cast Terrifying Presence, targeting your Recluse. Only your Recluse does damage. You fog everything else, and you kill whatever you block. So it's a pretty cool little 1-2 combination. 2 Masked Vandals, because a lot of stuff's dying, and stuff's in our graveyard, and we're able to deal with the other problems since we can kill creatures ad nauseum. And then 2 Tormod's Crypts. We already have 1 main that we can fetch with the trinket for those sort of dealios. Woo! Anyway, so yeah, we're liking how much flash this deck has. I think we have 12 flash creatures if you count the sprite, the ambush viper, this, and where did I get to that 12 number here? Was I counting these 2 as well? But anyway, y'all, so we're gonna jump in here. I've actually got to work today. It's a short shift today, but so I've got my typical cut off. If I get around 2 hours in, I've got to be like, oh, don't care where we're at, we're gonna cut the feed. So anyway, yeah, I've been liking this Sewer-veillance, and tried 2. Might still be the right answer. It's just this deck does a lot, withstands a lot, and wins a lot, but it's at that fluctuation point where it's like, I almost wish they would make that norm. You have to play with 70 cards. It's one of those lists where you want to just keep adding little tricks to it. So yep, Flash Gordon, Chimpskey's remembering that. It's probably up there with Wide Infect as far as number of times we've played this list. I try to keep it at least 6 to 8 months away each time, because it wants to see the same deck all the time, and there's not changes always to be made. So I'm very fond of usually within a year I'll play fan favorite decks at least once. Sometimes I think this one's gone over a year now. So Jason Paul's in the house. What made you land on the 2 longbows? Oh, because we have a Deathtouch engine here, and it's just the way we can keep everything off the board as far as other creatures go. We're able to fetch them with Trinket Mages, and so it kind of feels like we're playing 5 of them without getting wasted. I like 2 because if they got a main deck answer in the form of like a Masked Vandal or Oath or heck, I don't know, Shenanigans, it doesn't see too much play anymore, but you know, the split second one that destroys artifacts, there's a lot of hatred out there for some of those. So you can even run there's a Hermetic Study, I believe. It's a 1 and a blue enchantment, and then there's another one, Cephalid base, that does the same thing, but relying on enchantments, I just don't feel like there's a consistent way to really get them unless you're going to go white and go with like a Heliod's Pilgrim stuff. Thank you, Chimpskey, right out of the gates there. So what is going on? Why is our first match taking so much to... Where's Grogberg when you need him, right? Let me see if do I have it set to some strange shenanigans? Oh, we're getting that pause. So this is one of my favorite rares. I love this card. All right. I have never played this person. Joyak's Cat. All right. We've got a really slow start here, but our mana's right. I think I'll sit on this, meaning I'll play it. We'll see what's up. This is the Kylie Town. This is the updated list for 2026. Very few changes. I make like 1 or 2% changes here. Played a little bit, see if I like things. Right now it's the Sewer-veillance, being able to draw some more cards, turn 4 and beyond. And it synergizes pretty well with what we're trying to do. We will keep this hand. Really want to show you guys the new drain list, but again, Kami of Jealous Thirst is still broken the last time I checked, which is about 2 days ago. So, boom, boom, boom. But yeah, I've had many games skewered by Sewer-veillance Camera on the other side where they play it right when I think I'm going in for the kill, and I'm like, what can blue have an answer for this outside of, people used to play Vapor Snag? It's like, not anymore. Boink. Thank you for that. Chimpskey's got his coffee at the ready. Johnny on the spot with all these. Alrighty. Off we go. Bridge, nice slow beginning. Here we are. Kind of hope we just hit a basic island here. We can sit back on Sprite, throw it out there. We're going up against some sort of black removal list, probably. Oh, graveyard. All right, we've got some sort of a Orzhov cat gate thing going on here. Yeah, we'll lead off with this. That way I can ensure that I get down a Sprite. This is a pretty low curve list, so probability of being able to use a Sprite this turn's pretty good. Oh, thank you, Chimpskey. Yeah, if you can, follow that link and report that bug. Volume's what works against these people. These people. All right, well, if we hit a basic, that'll be kind of good too. We can Trinket Mage and go find our combo. Or go find a Tormod's Crypt. We might need it against this list here. All right. I'm not going to wait for 2 invitations, as any vampire will tell you. Out comes the Sprite. We're trying to get in with flying. Let's see if they can do that. City Pigeon. First time I've ever had that played against me. Nutrient Block. Sprite's going to be pretty good in this matchup. Give me an island. Nope. All right. Well, let's attack here. I'd rather do my Moon Circuit Hacker here. We'll do the Hacker. We'll bring back this, playing the blue. Boom, pow. Pay the blue. Jeez, got to click on everything 8 times today. I don't know why that's happening. Bam, we do the 2. We do the draw card thing. Yes, we want to draw a card. It's kind of a good thing. We'll do this, and since we got nothing here, I'm just going to sack it now. Could wait till their end of turn. I would if I was in a tournament, but I'm in, commentating mode, and I just want to click next. These people. Circuit. What would that magic card be if it just said these people? Like kind of a derogatory. Could be like they used to be people, maybe some zombies, Scathe zombie style card. Maybe Rotten Reunion could be reprinted. Just call it these people with like an ellipses afterwards, implying that they used to be people. That would be a good one too. Dreamer Stango's on it. Good times. Thanks for joining me, everybody. And man, we got to that 10,000 mark last week. Appreciate all of that. That's been such a slow and steady race for 10 years. I get about 1,000 likes or subscriptions a year, and well, there you go. Okay, another City Pigeon. that different artwork? I didn't know they had alternate artwork. Oh, look at that. 2 pigeons. Nikola Tesla would be happy. He had a big thing for pigeons. Off we go. Okay. Well, I could go do a lot of things here. We've got flyers. I feel like I almost want to just go get a land. I could Pulse of Murasa, back the land, fetch, go. I really don't want to miss a land drop here. Let's anticipate the mage dying. I'm just going to get our combo online and hope we just draw into, you know what? Yeah, we'll bring out Longbow. That way we can at least kill a pigeon. But we're at 8 cards now. We're going to have to pitch something. I'll probably pitch a poison critter. I'll let this go. And Viper's probably our weakest card. Dies to everything. We just like it when the combo's at the ready. Every color under the sun. Lots of 1-drops. Lots of life going on. This deck doesn't do too good against life gainers. Kind of want that Trinket Mage to die. We could pull some Murasa back, go get our Tormod's Crypt, but that's a tale for another day. Let's go. What do we got here? 2 cards in our opponent's hands. We have plenty of land in this deck, but it often does this around the 3-drop spot where you're just like, come on, let me just hit a constant curve here. It just gives you kind of an embarrassment of riches. All right, well, we'll make work for idle hands. Let's go. Attack. Bye-bye, moon. I'm thinking I want to hack this one. Yep. Pay the thing. I must be clicking funky because I don't remember ever doing this. These 2 will trade. Draw the card. Yes. Where is our land? My goodness, this is ridiculous. I have 9 cards. I'm just going to play our dude here. This is really punishing me for not going and fetching that Foreboding Landscape last turn. Now remember, our Trinket Mage can fetch lands, and I might be willing to do that now. If I do want to both turn on the lands and get the Tormod's Crypt, so pretty sure we haven't seen the last of that familiar. What is this? The triggers when you sacrifice a food? Yeah, so hopefully we can catch them foodless when we do the graveyard diet. Yeah, it's funny, Chimpskey. I was thinking the same thing. I went and tried to get the card, and then I went to put them in, and it was like, oops, no, it sees it as the same card, even though they have wildly different names. So I thought there was going to be a loophole there myself. I must discard. Okay, well, we'll get rid of another Viper. Boy, congrats to Argentina. That was a hell of a game yesterday. They were so collectively nervous, it cracked me up. You could just tell, like, they're not, this other team's not supposed to be this into it, or, it was just down on the wire. That was a fantastic game. Oh my goodness, what is going on here? So I could get life, grab a land, and then play the bow, maybe. I could just do that. I am so tired of this happening. I'm just gonna go fix our land right now. Get our life total back up. Unless they got an answer for this. They might. Play the landscape. Play the bow. And just pass the turn here. Play a little patient here. Haven't seen any removal yet. I'm definitely going to be playing that Trinket Mage once I get the opening here. But right now we'll chill out. Good morning, Green Bean Sushi Roll. Been a while since I said that moniker. Nice to have you with us. I think there's a new thing happening too. I'm calling it baldism. Just because I'm bald and white, somebody thought I looked like, we were talking about the UFC and they're like, "Oh, you look like Dana White. You must get that a lot." And I'm like, "Never." Like, we have two traits in common, and that's, I think about it. I don't know. I'm sure some of you might see it, but I don't. All right. Well, we've got more lands here. We could do the thing with that. We could do that. I see. Right now, technically, I could rock through with a Trinket Mage, go grab a land, and then sit back on Spellstutter Sprite. Probably have watched all of your past videos. Oh, Green Bee Sushi Roll. Good to have a fan amongst it. Not sure if it's really worthy of putting on the combo here yet. I think I'm just going to, since we have two Trinket Mages, my deck's really fighting us right now. I just want to have a counter magic here. I'll say yes. Still not going to get the Tormod's Crypt, but I will get a Seed of the Synod, so we have a land to play this turn. We've got counter magic. Deck's really fighting us on that. I think I'm going to sit back on the Spellstutter Sprite math here, and we're just going to chill out again. Now I can equip the bow and have answers. Yeah, I thought of Archaeomancer, even Ghostly Flicker I've considered. Okay, Creeper Vine, more creatures to kill. All right. I have so many kids showing up at the store, and they'll blow like $80 on packs, and then they'll open something that's really good, and it clears what they spent, and then they turn it in for store credit to buy more stuff, and then they open it and miss. It's just like, it's like Vegas 101. All right. Regardless, I'm going to turn on our Spellstutter Sprite package so that I can counter something like a cast down next turn if it becomes relevant. Our hand's a little flooded here, so I'm going to Mind Stab Thrill's fond of me, or has caught me maxing out my mana every turn. Like if I was to play or program a robot to play like me, it's like I like to be efficient and use all my resources every turn. And so it's interesting to hear that insight. Let's see if we can make the death stick work. We'll do the thing here. All right, we've got a death stick. We shall, well, if I do that, this comes back into play and they can just block it. So let me come over with these guys here. I'll just chill out. Yeah, they can just sacrifice the food, bring it back at instant speed. So I'm not too frazzled about that. You know what? Let me start playing a little more aggro here. We're going to go for it here. I'm going to bring back this. Since we have a Trinket Mage, otherwise I would have chose Trinket Mage there. I'm going to go get, we've already got the two green sources. Come on, give me a good card. All right, that's a pretty good card. I'm just going to do it now. Sure, we'll go grab a forest. Why not? Boop. Throw off the algorithms here. Here we go. Woo! What do we have here? Restorator's Insight. Cool. Glad I didn't use the Recluse on that. All right. I think I'm going to try to do the Crypt Dance or Kenku Swing. We could do that. This deck doesn't belong in a universe where Pulse of Murasa is not a thing. It's really organic to this list, where both, as we saw, fixing your mana and then saving your combinations after, they understand enemy number one's Deadly Recluse is punty as that card sounds. And it's able to just keep you in games and then hold the ground. And then you have a cast down every turn. Yeah, Freed from the Real. I used to Pestermite's another good option for this list because we're already running Fae, and you can untap and use the bow twice in a turn, which is pretty sweet. The presence of the Recluse is really turning off that gate. Alrighty, yeah, we'll let that do the thing, and then we'll just kill it as it swings. Then they'll sacrifice the food and do the thing. Always important to make sure that they're committed and then do it. And you know, if you're in a pinch, you can always block and then shoot something, killing two things, but you will lose your creature. I've messed around with first strike abilities too. The Ridged Coatl in black. I've had a Deathtouch area like that with like a Stinkweed Imp. I actually like that card. You give Stinkweed Imp first strike, and then you just have flying death every time. It's super janky, but it's like it actually kind of works. It's pretty sweet. And why my brain remembers that name, I'll never know. Uh-oh. Well, normally this is a disaster, but we've got plenty of mana and a board ready to reset here. So he wipes out our team. We are not going to need much hate other than just Tormods. Tormods. I think that's probably going to be his only source of true damage. So I can... I think what I'm going to do here is Trinket. Wait a minute. When the Cauldron Familiar comes back, it's not being cast. That's an ability. So I can't really... Does it ever go on the stack, the Cauldron Familiar? I can't remember. Can I like bring out the Crypt, trip it, he plays that, sack it? Of course, they've got 2 food tokens now, so that's not really going to work. All right. Well, let's do Artificer here. We'll get some info note damage going on. Boop, boop. Off we go. I think we'll just sit back on the Sprite here as we attack. Pretty good life totals. I wish this thing had Vigilance, then we could pulse EOT. Does go on the stack, but it's an ability, not a spell. So Sprite will not work, right? I should know these things, but they don't happen often enough to me. I forget them. Oh, Mirror Crow. Yeah, I get it. Thank you for that. I think it's best to just sit back. They already know we got a Sprite. So I'm just going to hold it. Good thing about Kenku, we can just block all the time. This is a very fun list, very underestimated. If you're in the mood to play it, it can play very strong. You ever notice that sometimes if you're really just into a deck and you feel like playing it, you play the hell out of it and it goes up by like 0.03 tier or something? Yet you could play a list that somebody just won with. If you're not into it, then you just kind of like, it's all right. I don't know what everybody sees in it. You just, for me, it seems that way. It's like, I definitely have those games. All right. We're going to just block here. Even if they have a edict effect, I can throw out Sprite. As most of our stuff has flash. Yeah, I don't want to see that. At least make them cast it twice. Don't like that because that's a whole lot of... They're going to be back at 20 life next turn. They're just going to replay the cat and go. Oh, well, that's really good news for us. Okay, so we get a little... Cool. Let me do this. 1, 2, 3. Should I get this? Let's get this out. Now I'll go get the kill switch. There's already an insight in the board. Yep. We'll get Tormod's Crypt. We'll play it. So options here. I could play Recluse. Go. I think I hold back for Coatl. Just swing here. Off we go. Yeah, I think Coatl's the move here. Probably sacrifice Trinket Mage to something else. Yeah, it's totally the way it is. There's definitely a cadence to it, isn't there? Yeah, we got like 2 targets in their yard. I really don't want to see that cat coming back. We do have the answer for it, though. think I'll chill out on the Crypt idea here. Here we go. Got another Sprite in our hand, so we do have the counter option. I really want to lean more towards the Winged Coatl just so we can turn on our Death Stick engine here. When it dies, you must discard a card at random. Yikes. Sure. Come on through. One card in our opponent's hand. Can't counter that. That's fine. You know, I could just go Pulse of Murasa back my Kenku. Swing for 7 in the air. That might be the win. He can't do the cat dance yet. There's one card in their hand. I think that I might want to... You don't want to get so punch drunk with your combo that you miss that kind of stuff. I almost did. I'm thinking like, oh, I'll get this out and then I'll start mowing stuff down. Or you could just win. So let's see if they have any... I really want them to get Hellbent here because that would make my decision a lot easier. They do have an Insight in the graveyard. The ability to use it, that's fine. I'll just throw the Trinket Mage in front of it for science. Yeah, we were bringing that up earlier. All right, well, we're just going to block this. Nothing flies. There's one mystery card. I think we pull some Murasa back the Kenku and just swing for the win, right? Let me try that. Clicking very slowly on this tiny graveyard. Boom, boom. Yes, use the mana, please. Let's go. Maybe we should swing with a Tormod Crypt. Said no one ever. Oh, maybe somebody has. I go back and forth on the Winged Coatl. Just sometimes it's I just keep it really curve even lower with the 4th Ambush Viper. It's just, this is, as you can see, often the card that I just get rid of. Glad to see basic land. We'll rock like this, bringing out this. Sitting back on a counterspell package now. Feeling pretty good about our scenario. Yeah, we might not get to a game 5 today. We're already a half hour in and we haven't even gotten the sideboarding yet, but it's definitely a mid-rangey deck. We've got lethal. Let's see if it works. Attack. For the whole kit and caboodle. Definitely could have tapped better there and left open a green. Little mini punt. Yeah, they have food. That's right. Dang it. You're right. They're going to gain a whole lot of life off that cat, darn it. 7 gates. Whoo. Yeah, this is like a... Yeah, that tapping really hurt my odds here. Sit back on that. Would have been really nice to just play out a... Well, I've only had 3, so it's either Winged Coatl or Counterspell, so let's go. 2 cards in their hand. What do we got? Obviously, the cat's going to be gaining them a whole lot of life. Kill the Artificer for the 2nd time. Taking 1 for the team. Eviscerator's Insight. Got to do something at random. Let's counter that. And that way, Black Cat will take some victim, but they won't get the card draws here. Down goes Recluse. I've seen worse. Didn't want to let them see 2 more cards, which probably translates to food. As we speak of the Basilisk Gate, there it is. Bam. Yeah, it'd be cool if we could block our own dude and then shoot it before damage so they don't gain the life. There's that option too. All right, they're getting 8. This really blows. I'll block. Keep that life total nice and high. Especially with Crypt Rats out there. Alpha Strike. No problem. All right. Oh, good. They're going Hellbent. I like this. Or do I? What is this new devilry? Gilpack. Haha. We got your answer, sucker. All right. You know what? Maybe I equip now, shoot it, trip the thing, do the thing. Yeah, I could double kill those guys and the cat. That would be pretty sweet. I'll do that. There's no food to sacrifice right now. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to go... We can withstand a Guardian hit, so I'm going to turn these guys off here. This is not how you're supposed to play Deathtouch, but hey, I'm rolling with what I can do. Shoot here, turn off the life engine. Make no mistake. Get out of there. No cats for you. Attack. Could just block. Yeah, let's just play it safe. I'll just block the guild pack. Then we'll turn on our little Coatl engine. But look, we're almost half our time total's gone, so it's not a good deck to narrate to. Nice. Dreamer Stingo and Chimpskey with the strip mines and strip clubs. Let's keep it PG. Pestilence? My goodness. Well, felt kind of bad for our opponent. We just seem to have like this kind of a good list against them, right? The Crypt Rat and the Pestilence, and we got indestructible critters. Yep. That kind of helps our cause here. Got 6 on board. Pestilence out. That's going to stay out too. So another, I don't know if it's worthy of bringing in Tranquility here. I like that, Dreamer Stingo. If you control Strip Mine, Strip Mall, and Strip Club, add 3 instead. Good stuff, my friends. Woo! Come on over. I know the rules. I can trip that one more time. Watch this. Might be able to get him to do it, right? Let's bring this dude out. I'm going to hit for a whole bunch. Let's say bottom. Let's say bottom. Attack for 6. Negating the Pestilence engine here. Thanks to double Pulse of Murasas, we're in healthy life territory. Going to keep this back for the Coatl block. I might just block it just to kind of be like, told you, you're at 1 life. They do have food, but if they go Hellbent, I'll block. Winged Coatl. I don't know if a Winged Coatl could get much airborne readiness there. So, all right. Custom match. Go over to this. This was Orzhov. Gate Towers 08. Woo! Don't have to wait so long for this one. Let's go. Crack attack. All right. We've got pretty good lands. I'll keep this. Depending on what we're up against, we'll keep. Lead off with a bridge. I'll change that plan if I get like a basic island with this hand. Especially with right across from us. Spellstutter Sprite's going to be at a premium. There we go. One of my favorite skits of all time is from the Tim and Eric Awesome Show. They had this thing called Premium Prices. Not PG at all, but the way it's edited and stuff. But it's such a ridiculous premise where they he's like, I got $19.95 for $20. It's just the most. It hits my funny bone. I just love that kind of humor. Just absolutely ridiculous. Alrighty, play this. I think we're gonna sit on Sprite. I think that's probably the better way to roll. Yeah, let's do that. Opponent's like, what on earth am I playing against? All right, let's turn off that draw engine before a bunch of creepy things go offline, meaning like, what, lava darts? They're already a little flooded. Speaking of, there we go. All right, well, better than at our face. We're probably going to game 2 no matter what. I just write down red here. Oh, yeah, we got the snacker, so Tormod engine for sure. Turn off that yard. These decks are so efficient. If they weren't so popular, I'd play them. I do play them sometimes. Under an alias. Dayakuba! Woo! Oh, I've seen all the Tim and Eric stuff. I think that's where it's not Jackie Chan. That's one of our very first commercial skits. It's a board game. I think that's where I found that. Or ripped it, or whatever you want to call it. All right, so turn aside is going to be really good here. Problem is, I don't have the mana for it right now. So, and they do have a damn, you know what, in the graveyard. I gotta get an island out of the deal here. Whoop. Think we're better with Spellstutter Sprite action. We just get our mana right. We're already at 13. Yeah, we'll chill out. I could drop Seer. Fetch Seer. No, I want to do that to that to that. I'm gonna, you know what? I want to fetch this now. I'm gonna go island. I'm just gonna throw this guy out there. Hopefully we see an island or forest or something of the land persuasion. All right, cool. We'll say bottom and top. Cool, cool. Already getting close to single digits. Turn aside is really nice to have against these style of lists. Bring out that Recluse and it'll at least stop Kessig. And maybe Snacker for a little bit. Yeah, I messed around with Campfire, but with Pulse of Murasa, it's a little more organic to what the list is trying to do and a little more seamless. Good news about working on the 4th of July today. It's just hot during the day, so I only work from like noon to 5 today, so pretty easy. I gotta watch it. When I first started there, they always treat you for lunch, and so I'd get like a really nice salad or something, and I'm standing the whole shift and everything, so technically, eating good, losing weight, blah blah blah. But the last like 6 shifts, they've just all been like, here's a deep fried sandwich menu and order from it. And I'm like, oh boy, I can see why some comic folks get very large. Getting a steady diet of that. All right. Yeah, we get your jam. You got us. There's an L. Cool. Stick around. We're going to bring in Ultra Hate. I think 2 of these is good. This is going to be a little too slow. Might even be able to lose some turn asides. I'm going to lose the Viper and a Coatl. Hacker package. Put those out. I'm going to get rid of one more. Since we have so many blasts, I could probably get rid of a turn aside here. We've got our life engine. They're not going wide. We've got a little bit of graveyard interaction. I think I'm going to rock like this. Degenda, where are you working? Oh, I got a few little jobs. I got a lot of little jobs. One of them is just kind of helping out at a card store. Big old, mostly focusing on Pokemon and Magic. Here we go. Yes. Oh boy. Well, we've got 2 bits of hate, but I'm not going to keep this. We're going to mulligan. There's a lot better. We got good mana. We'll keep here. There's no sense in really playing. We're not going for Thought Cast or something like that, right? So just going to fetch that at a later date. Sweating off the pen. Yeah, boy, I've heard everywhere on the East Coast here and like all of Europe is just crazy. That's not worth a blast here. We'll chill out. We'll confuse our opponent by playing a forest. It's a good example of a store where you want it to be busy because, man, when there's nobody in there, which happens from time to time. You know, the clock goes like just super, super slow. Whereas when it's busy and my gift of gab goes a long way, we're able to do some good stuff. All right, here we go. Here, I'm going to play this. We're going to go like this. We'll sit back on trying to protect this dude. At least we turn off. We're going to ask for a lightning bolt to get rid of it at least. Maybe a counter battle will ensue. But in the meantime, we will be able to block the Epicure all night long, as Lionel Richie would say. Yeah, let's not do that. I don't want them to have a graveyard engine. Get out of here. I'm sure they got the counter too. First time chat from Coral Dayton. At 110 days, 120 in Phoenix, it's dry heat. And I can't ever see myself living in a place where it's humid. Yeah, humidity really sucks. I play pickleball a lot. And if I'm not complaining about the sunlight, then oftentimes it's humidity. I don't mind it too badly. But I know what you mean. There's a dry heat is a lot more doable than humid heat. That's what you're saying. I don't mean to put words in your mouth. Here we go. Well, we can't do anything this turn except play a land pulse. So I'm going to do that. Yeah, I could do it at EOT. I'm just going to do it now. Boop, boop, boop. Life total's fat. Here we go. We got Spellstutter Sprite back up. Land's feeling good. Opponent's a little stultified. Nope, never mind. Yeah, North Carolina. I went out there to visit Littlefied about 6 or 7 years back and waking up to alligators in his backyard and stuff. I was like, oh, this takes some getting used to. It's nice and green, though. Really liked it for that reason. Oh, we got some options here. So we could Kenku and sit back. Let's Kenku. Yeah, we'll get that bridge in action here. Start hitting them with the lightning bolts. Sure, let's go. All right. I'll trade here, no problem. We really like our Kenku to die unless we're up against swamps for the Edict abilities. Because it's a really good Pulse of Murasa target. Get that 6 life back, reset your life total, and then just get another indestructible flyer, right? Cool. It's better than a Sprite. I'm sure the other part of it will be left for a Sprite, but until then, woo! The Australia of the US. Coral Dayton said it well. Yeah, we got a colorless lightning bolt every turn. Always forgot that's a homunculus or whatever it's called. This is kind of cool. We got a little double counterspell back up. We could just sit back and have like ultimate counterspell turns, but I want to put a little bit of a race clock on them. Here we go. Probably use that turn aside before Sprite since they already have Lava Dart out. Went in the race so far thanks to Pulse of Murasa, otherwise we'd be down. Yeah, this. Oh, this here. Turn aside. Love that card. For certain decks, like combo style decks, they might even be picking on your land with a Moldovi Acid Moss, or however you say that. Yeah, red always seems to just go kablop, especially if they have Fire Blast. That's just gross. That's why I put a lot of invoice and countering the highway robbery style effects and such. So, yeah, I see your little, I'm going to use a Lava Dart and do the thing, but I'm going to make you go for it. You've got 3 lands. Use one of them now, or, all right, that works too. Spellstutter Sprite's feeling pretty worthless. I'm just trying to turn off that engine. Kenku showing up. Do we even want it? We could probably just get the Recluse back. Yeah, let's get the Recluse back. They're like, stop gaining life. Really want to see Trinket Mage show up. I'd like to turn off that graveyard. I have a feeling they're sitting on 1 or 2 sneaky snackers, and they got no way of getting rid of it. I think that early highway robbery counter was going to pay a lot of dividends. Speak of the devil. Oh, so many options here. Let's Trinket, and then we'll think. Double Lava Dart in the yard. I kind of want to feel safe. I think I'm gonna get a Crypt. We could get a land and do some stuff, but right now I'm just going to do this. I'll bring this out. This way, if they're holding out hope as far as like turning on their sneaky snacky combination, you know, now we just are like, yeah, take that. Off we go. Gotta keep staying the aggro here. Smash. All right. Well, I'll do it now. Wow, they didn't even use the thing. All right. Well, Spellstutter Sprite's live, unless they've got more lava darts. Woo! That's a clunky, weird. Got a feeling we really got lucky with the tempo pull there. Got a lot of counter magic here. I like how we're boarded. I'm just going to hit submit again. I think, too, Tormod's Crypt's where I want to be. Hard to do trinket math. A lot of my builds have 4 of them because it's such a backbone of the deck, but with Pulse of Murasa there, and sometimes just... All right, this is a really nice hand. I am not going to complain at all. We've just got 3 mana. We've got a nice ratio. We've got early and often. We're going to keep this. Woo! Off we go. Our town does up the 4th of July like crazy. We've got all kinds of festivities planned. Feels like the 1950s. Very cool place to live. Bottom, top, off we go. Get me a ninja straight away, governor. Woo, come on now. All right. Hey, that's better than my face. I'm thinking we got a ninja early. We don't. Now, if all progresses as warranted. Uh-oh. Out comes that immediately. I do want to wait a spell on that. So I'm going to play this. I'm going to get a forest right now. And we'll sit back on the blast effects and do some stuff. Then I could play Recluse and have Turnicide or Hydroblast back up. Talk about the reversal of tempo right there. That was like the exact opposite of what we just did to them. Well, we counter the prize and it stultifies. On that one, it's just everything comes out and works. Come on, play red spell, play red spells. You know what I'm up to, damn it. Woo! Well, there's all our forests for the game. Let's bring this out. At this stage of the game, I'll consider just killing the snacker. 2 turns a lot. Since I can counter, grab the prize style effects, I think I'm going to use a Turnicide here. Just because these are more flexible. All right. It's dead. I can kill permanents with the blast. I can't do that with Turnicide, so order of operations, I think I chose correctly there. Off we go. Speak of the devil, we'll be able to kill that. Bloop, bloop. All right. Let's do that now. Casting here. Go and get. Yep, get out of here, sucker. If they want to kill this, go for it. That's a spell. All right, I like both of these. Let's go top, top. We'll do this here. We've already seen artifact hate, so I'll bring out that Tree of Tails when I'm good and ready. This is the game 3. Let's see if we can pull it off. Odds are probably against us right now. All right, I can kill that. I really want to kill that snacker. So I will block it. This is good news. It means they don't have a lava dart. It's a little bit of a free duress, as I'm fond of saying here. We obviously don't know what's totally in their hand, but we can kind of deduce it. One of my favorite words. Cast this here. Cast it on you. If this goes through, we've got a lot better chance. Goes up by like maybe 8% game here. There's no way they have a really making us... they're not running guerrilla tactics. I think we're safe to keep this in our hand. I think we keep it in our hand. Make them use that 3 damage spell on this thing. Or maybe we've shown them enough blast effects. Maybe they think we'd have another one. We do have one coming up next turn. Yeah, I forgot to use Deduce. What deck was that in? It was clearly the better card. Sometimes you just miss the better card when there's thousands of options and over, 30-something years of Magic. Maybe we act like we drew a ninja. 1 to 2, 2 to 1. Let's attack. My spidey senses say attack here. I want to make them think we got a ninja. Yes! Love this play. Cool. Crypt. Get out of here. And counter magic. Pulse of Murasa would be nice here. Yeah, no on that. They might have the answer too. Can't get too cocky. Pulse of Murasa, please. My God, we just have all the green under the sun, don't we? Well, at least it's something. Keep the torch off our back, right? Go burn those spider webs. Okay, hard casted on that. It's better in our face. Tell you, the secret to these decks is that little incremental damage, whether it's through the Kessig, obviously Gutter Snipe, but especially things like Sneaky Snacker. It's like ding, ding, ding. Before you know it, you're in single digits against a red deck that just has those infinite ways of getting everything back. So this is like all our green sources, so a little awkward. Cool. Just wondering what was in their hand. Now we know. Yield through, yield through. We're hellbent. It's game 3, folks. Come on, something good. That's pretty good. At least it stops us from getting fried. I really want to see a Pulse of Murasa. Is going to make me feel very good. I'll probably go after Landscape and just get our mana solid. 3 and 3. I'm not sure. Oh, now we don't need it. Now I really want to top deck you-know-who, Mr. Kenku. Got a blue, so now more reverence being placed on the critters of the list. Yep, that's a big note. I do not want fuel. Permanence and fuel is what I would counter if you want my advice. Stop them from doing the thing. Stop Sneaky Snacker. Come on, Trinket Mage, let's go. Trinket Mage. Nope. All right. This is that scenario. I like to pause here. What good does it do to play this island, right? So if you're new to competitive play or whatever, just hold this. There's no 7 mana spell I'm itching to play. We've already shown them a wealth of counter magic, so make them second guess it. All right. Well, at least see this. Deluxe Bluff. Yep, that should have been my name. I don't even know if it's really a bluff. It's just a better play. All right, cool. I mean, that seems counter happy. So that tells me that they've got at least 1, maybe even 2 more Pyroblasts. So just about everything that can be countered is going to be. I think that's, I mean, for a 1/1, you're at 20 life. You could argue the whole scry thing, but it's not like I'm getting ahead, right? I'm just stacking it up later. All right, so now this is going to help out our bluff in quotes, because when they try to do something, we will have the Hydroblast now that we've held off. I really want to get a Tormod's Crypt out. 7 swings away with that Sneaky Snacker if they find a way through this. That's cool. That's still going to hold the land. No Lava Darts. If we top deck a Deep Hours, that'd be really nice here. Hopefully our opponent's a little bit flooded. Green Bean Sushi Roll, you might be right. So now we're going to play a land so that they think like, oh no, he's playing him as he gets him. DJ of the Deep House. Ooh. Oh, Jake Ryan's, we can fetch for it with our Trinket Mage if we're in a jam and can't find green. Obviously, we try to go with a Tanglepool, but we only have 1 of these, as well as a toolbox of sorts, being like Tormod's Crypt and the bow to combo out there, and then Pulse of Murasa brings it back, and you go fetch whatever else you need. Galerium, man, it's been months and months and months. I think you're our king lurker, if I'm not mistaken. I mean that as a compliment. Woo! Off we go. Come on now. Ugh. Come on. Really want to. This is game 3. Got plenty of time. All right, I'll play this. Go get an island. It's literally the only thing we can get. And chill out. Still a little bit nervous. Sneaky snackers I'm really worried about. I mean, I guess I could just block it with Sprite, right? But all right. We do kind of represent almost an all-gas hand. We just need a ninja or something of relevance to show up here. No. I'm going to Sprite that. Yes, this. I'd like to keep my creature alive. I'm really glad they didn't use lava dart, so now they're going to be using like good spells on this stuff. Do that. If he's got another one, I'm going to... no, it represents countering the spell. I know they can flash it back and then, you know, who comes back, but... 4 stack jack. Another one, eh? Where's that one targeted? I'll make them think we've got a whole armada here. That just saved like 6 damage. Now they can't flash back looting, at least this turn. They might have a land. I didn't see if they dropped one there or not. Wow. All right. Well, that comes back. Our guy's dead. Let's go. Boom, 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 boom. Now we're feeling a little dire. What a blast. That'd be a good name for a counterspell. Just drat. Something that's not a land. And there's a land. Yield to the turn. Whoo, makes me want to play foil. Just hardcast it. 9 mana out. Oh no, I've got 10 mana out. Plenty. Feel like we're not going to be alive in another 2 turns. Pretty sure they got a Fire Blast. Okay, here we go again with these scenarios. We're really getting flooded here. There's no reason to play these lands. Make them think that we've got counter spells. Put your opponent at a lot of relaxation when you're hellbent, and there's nothing to really theorize about, right? All right, that's a really good card to pull right now. I'll do this to here. I'm just going to play defense. They're at 20. I'm not going to start swinging and pretending we can keep up with this. This is oh, good. It worked. All right. Yeah, these... We've seen Fire Blast. I mean, we might be dead this turn. That really sucks. Really nice pull. There we go. So I might play that other bridge. I'm sure if these cast enough fires, how many there's going to be. Single digit mode. This is not feeling good. Opponent's got 5 cards. Maybe they're doing the same thing we are, and a few of them are just lands, but that proves the... And then the blood token shows up and cures that disease, right? Pitch the land. All right, this is not really helping much. I will play the bridge. I might have to just block that Epicure with the Ambush Viper if he nixes the Kenku here. Really need Pulse of Murasa big time. All right. Does do 3 damage. Does he got it? Don't think we're coming out of this one. We're going to be 1-1, it looks like. Just about anything kills us here. Come on, they have to have something, right? Yeah, we're dead. Good games. Not enough. And look, we brought a lot of hatred in against that. How many blasts did we see? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 blasts and a turn aside, and it wasn't enough. However, look what we didn't see. Got halfway through our list and we didn't see Pulse of Murasa. We do run all 4, so that's a little frustrating. Think we maybe could have got there with a pulse or 2, especially 2. Every once in a while, too, you're able to interact with their graveyard. I can't think of a scenario immediately, but I do know it's come up in the past where you're able to just take this target back, and now you can't do the thing. So, woo! Oh, is that you, Kylie Town? Good. Didn't know that if the names don't match, I don't have a reference. But yeah, I was just saying we brought in so much hatred against you, and I drew it too. I had a ton of Hydroblast and red elemental blasts, but the big difference was we didn't draw one of our 4 Pulse of Murasas. So, gotcha. We will say yes to this. Game 3-ish. We got double Seer. I'll keep this. Don't like all these Murasas, but maybe this is another red deck, so we'll take a chance. Hopefully, we got 2 ways of taking a little flying dance here and seeing if we find mana. Let's find some mana. Mana Ninja, how's that? Top. Boop, boop. No. Bottom. Give me a damn land. All right, we'll do it again next turn. If this screws us, I'm going to be really mad because that's like going through like 6 cards and not seeing 1 land in a deck that doesn't shy on lands. I think we were running 21, if I'm not mistaken. How many lands are we at here? Yeah, 21. This is one of those lists you just don't want to miss a land drop, says the guy that keeps a 1-lander, but I've got double Seer, so let's go. Okay, to draw a card or not. Let's draw instead of scrying. Actually, that was a mistake. I should have done both. Could have seared, maybe found it. No, that won't work. This way we get a card deeper. Bring this back. Attack. Smack. Boop, boop, boop. Always yield. Give me a land, damn it. Yes. All right. Not the one I wanted, but I'm not going to complain. Actually, I just did complain. Oh, guys at work the other day was overusing the word honestly, and I started saying fictitiously, like to just like get him to understand how many times he was using it per minute. I think I did it like 3 times back, and he was just like, "Oh, I get it." I always had it. That's right. Hey, cool. Look, our deck's kind of agreeing with us and stuff. All right. Well, we've got no ways of doing that. Bring this back. Bring this out. Hey, this is good times. I do want to hit a land next turn. I do want to do that. But we can do that with that. Do I really want to be spending my mana on that? Let's just go top. Slow roll it here. Off we go. Do I want to play the other one? No. Do I want to play the Recluse? Sure. I'm going to kill the Recluse, and we'll pull some Murasa back while we play a land. All right, I'll trade. I mean, I know he's going to kill our stuff anyway, so. Sometimes I like to be feisty with these blocks. I think they probably know what we're up to, but it's just like, oh yeah, I'll block. Take that, Mr. Resource. Off we go. Hopefully they're a little mana hurt here. Don't want to see another Glint Hawk because that would represent 2 more ancient dens. There's one. I think the right play is bring back your den, right? Bring back the Den. They're hurting for mana. Bring back the Grim Bubble. We'll probably see another land drop. No lands. Okay. They sure can be. Let's do this. I'm actually going to go get a indestructible land here. Grab a Tanglepool. Play it. Double the resources now. Good thing about Trinket Mage dying, we kind of want it to. Come on, Grim. Show up. So I could keep bringing back value. There we go. Cool. Stultifies their turn. We gain 6 life and go get more artifacts. Always like the art on that compass. The lack of color, that takes a lot of confidence to, as an artist, to. It's a very subtle focal point. Yeah, this is toggled with having a Bone Splitter in it. Dreamer's Tango to turn up the certain metagames. I'll do that. Cliffhaven Kite Sail is another one I like with the ninjas. Sometimes I can go grab avoidability and start having flying ninjas, but a little too cutesy. You don't want to see it unless you're kind of already winning with ninjas. All right. 1, 2, 3. We'll pulse back. What shall we pulse back? We've already got them raw, but they're going to run out of ways of doing that, aren't eventually, right? We'll bring this guy back. Get our life total up. I got a Faerie Macabre main. What's going on here? Why the pause? There we go. We'll set things straight. Who knows? Maybe we'll find a Sewer-veillance camera. Cool. We've already got one in hand and this Murasa package, so I'm going to say bottom here. We'll say top on this. I probably should have said bottom. Whatever. We'll just Trinket Mage again. Sometimes the Spellstutter Sprite package hits people from left field, especially if you start off with like a bridge forest. It's not on the front of their mind that you're going to be able to counter something. Used to, generic island feels a lot more organic. Is that the word I'm going for? Yeah, we'll lose Trinket Mage. Or not. Wondering if we should. I don't know if they're multi-queuing or what, or they don't know where their stack's at. Maybe the interface is hiding from them. This is a very long refurbished familiar. It's a remembering familiar. Gain 6 more life, do the thing, sure. We've got them in spades, I tell you. There's that. I'm going to get our combo going online here. Start killing their creatures here. Yeah, I regret putting Sewer-veillance on the top here. Maybe we'll stop the Glint Hawk or something. Maybe force a trade here, I'm thinking. But 2, 3. I guess we'll do that again. I could get back Moon Circuit Hacker. Tap that, attack, do the thing, right? Worth a card. I'm going to bring back Trinket. I'm going to start turning on our combo. I already got a Recluse in the yard. I'm going to try to save it for that. I think I want to offer up a trade here, but I don't think they're going to block, so I'd rather just do it on the other side. Pulse of Murasa getting some work done. Did you ever consider Pestermite for this deck? Oh yeah, it started with Pestermite. If you watch a lot of our older builds, it was Pestermite everywhere. Sewer-veillance is kind of doing that for 3 times less the cost, and then that draw engine put it a little over the top. There was Network Disruptor used to be in its spot. Not sure if it's the right swap. I have never tripped the draw 2 cards effect of Sewer-veillance Cam. Of course, I am only playing one of them. Oh, yeah, this is getting upsetting. I think we lose the camera. Yeah. I'll block the familiar. Maybe. Who knows? Not anymore. All right. We really need to find our engine and bow to turn this stuff up. Choose the next level. Lux Knight Breacher. Isn't that for every creature? It gets bigger and bigger, kind of like that unicorn. Taking 5. That's right. All right. Poison a creature would be really nice right now. We didn't find it. We'll Trinket Mage for like the 5th time this game. Haven't seen too much Graveyard Engine yet, or evidence thereof. I don't think we're going to be grabbing Crypt. I think we're going to grab our combo. Yeah, we'll turn on our combo here. At least we represent killing the Refurbished Familiar here. I'll sit back on Sprite. Not to be dishonest, if they do another flying couch at me, I think I'll pitch the Sprite to the yard. I think Pulse of Murasa and our combo is a little more important than countering 1-mana spells, but I've been wrong about greater things. Let's go. Yep, they're grinding us down, as these decks tend to do. We're grinding right back with Pulse of Murasa. I think I want to kill one of these things. Counters be damned. Let's just block one. Five returns a lot. Don't want to make it 7. Pulse of Murasa is only so strong. Plus, that gets a little more manageable. Come on, give me a poison creature. We've got one in the yard, so I don't know what I'm complaining about. Well, let's go. We'll play this. We'll go like this for Recluse. This is kind of the game here, if this works or not. We'll play this. And I'll bring out the combo. Now, if a familiar shows up, we're still all right. I've got enough. Throw the mage in front of the breacher. This is good. They played a land. This is bad. This is probably game. Yep. And we've already used 3 Pulse of Murasas here. Keep in mind, that's the total life that we have right now. So, wait, no, it isn't. 18. Somebody go back to school. All right. Well, I could kill that. I take 13. I take 15. I'll take it because I can equip, block, shoot. Take 3 next turn. We probably lost, but trying to, depending on what we draw here. Come on, come on. Winged Coatl, anyone? Let's go. Or that. That's pretty cool. Let's attack. Change plans. Yeah, see? This is when you do want Network Disruptor. You get a body out of the deal, right? You go fetch it with Trinket Mage. Off we go. Sure. Let's do this. Drawing cards. Doing the thing. Not at all what I wanted. Play it. 1, 2, 3. Do this. We're just dead here, I'm pretty sure. Yes. Nothing really worth doing in the graveyard department. Another Tanglepool. Hey. I'm just going to grab Tanglepool. Less options. I'll go grab some islands here. Maybe a forest this time. Got our deck. And of course, when you do this, the probability is supposed to go down that you draw a land, but we all know I'm going to top deck a land. That's the way of the universe. They're one bobble or bounce trick away from winning if they can just get rid of the Trinket Mage. So this is a good scenario on the whole what did we learn thing as far as Network Disruptor. Would have been pretty cool there for a flying counter. Instead of just barely hanging on here. Oh, and we know 3 of those cards aren't removable. There's another breach. Yep. We need a few. Yep, see, told you that was going to happen. Concede. Go fetch a land. We dig for 2 more, and we draw a land. So, there you go. This is Orzhov again. Just beat this round 1. Let's see if we can do it this time. So, there's quite a few artifacts. Not really too worried about that. I think Terrifying Presence is going to be a really good matchup here, as is the Vandal. Those are artifacts, not really creatures. Didn't seem like they had much of a graveyard engine. Always regret when I get rid of all of these. And turn aside. Does that work against the Grim whatever? Target spells that targets a permanent you control. That comes into play and then the effect goes on the stack. I don't think it targets. Am I getting that wrong, everybody? Regardless, there's not going to be too much of that going on. I'll get rid of those for this matchup. Winged Coatl. Yeah, I didn't think it would protect from bubble, but thank you. Well, I think we'll keep this in. We'll lose a Coatl. I'll lose that. I always regret when I take out that last Tormod's Crypt. Always seems to be a little bit of relevance there. If anything, we'll attack with it. Yes, we want to play first. Boop. Our engine's here. We don't have any poison. We've got plenty of stuff to discard, and we've got a Trinket Mage. This is right on the edge. I'll keep it. We'll go get a forest. Pass. This is the kind of hand, if I throw it back, we're going to get no lands or 1 back, and then we're double mulligan. As opposed to just hitting every drop for like the first 5 turns. That's pretty sweet. It's not like they're hitting us that fast. And if the flying couches show up early and often, then we'll have islands to pitch to them. So off we go. Boop. And, you know, we're going to do the thing, thin out our deck probability, and then we're going to draw probably another forest. We only have 2. There's one of them. You. Blop. We'll do that. Sit back on Spellstutter Sprite. Hope for the best. Maybe we can get a Glint Hawk out of the deal. There's that. If I had a ninja, I might consider throwing out that Sprite early, but we're just going to sit back and chill. Hey, that changes things, but not that much. Come on out. Trinket, let's go. I'm just going to go grab our combo. We will find a poison creature soon enough. Yep. Off we go. I'll probably grab the artifact land if we don't hit it. Anyway, off we go. Would I really like to time that maybe on the turn 5 where we have Spellstutter Sprite backup, but that's an ideal world. There it is. Go ahead and take it. They might go a little graveyard crazy after seeing 3. Yep, there we go, right on cue. After seeing so many Pulse of Murasas in that first game. And that's main deck, so they're probably like, oh my gosh, this Simic list is really digging. Off we go. There's another one. Cool. I actually really like this sequence. We'll do this. I'm going to risk it. Let's bring out another one. Yep. So our lands are good. We've got the deal. Don't really need much else. I think I'll get the other bow. I don't want to top deck it. And if they've got a way of dealing with it, I don't know. Maybe they've got a dust to dust or whatnot. We'll chill. Here we are. Hopefully we can just turn on that Moon Circuit Hacker, keep bringing back Mage and thinning out our list. Only one source of white. Tithing Blade showing up. All right. Down he goes. Really probably think we're waiting on a Pulse of Murasa. We don't even have one, so have fun with that Nihil Spell Bomb. Ya fool! Hey. 1, 2, 3. Play this. Let me get this out of the way. Still Sprite. Still Trip. Bring one of them out. And with the hackers in hand, I'll definitely be playing that. Considering this will probably be enchanted pretty soon and swinging, I might go fetch a forest with this. So I've got 2 and 3. Obviously, you want to side on blue. Yeah, it's hard to beat Apostle's Blessing, isn't it? And I did consider running that, except, you know, I've already have a bad red matchup, and I don't want to be paying 2 life to counter spells, so you got to have the 1 mana. It's always going to be blue in this list, so we'll just keep it that way. All right, we're going to pass here. We'll probably Sprite fetch here. Don't have too much experience playing against this style list with this build, so if it's heavy in your metagame, it might be worth tweaking some scenarios about. Hopefully go with that. Yeah, no on that, big time. Get out of here, sucker. Gonna get. You don't get to keep turning on removal, at least without a fight. Fetch. Yeah, let's get forest. Yeah, Dive Down used to see quite a bit of play in Tireless Tribe. Cool, cool. Really like drawing this other sprite. Represents a lot of flexibility here. Unless they have a snuff out, I feel pretty good. Oh, yeah, that would probably fit best in this build with the untap clause there. Nice find in Chimpskey. I think I've stumbled upon that card a few times. There's been a few green cards that you can untap stuff. And deck like this, though, you would really want to almost negate your search to just blue cards because just the way it pans out. We're not relying on green nearly as much as blue. So you want your tricks to not be, you know, I guess I'll use the word stultify again. I was looking for something else, but my brain didn't come up with anything. Booyah! Give us something good. Let's go. Enough of this mediocrity. Hey, that's pretty good. 1, 2, 3. We've got a sprite backup plan. But what would I grab? Not too much. I'd rather have just double sprite here. Let's go. Look at me being patient. No, sir. Delusions of mediocrity. No, sir. Hey. No skyfish, how are you? Hey. Uh-oh. I saw that come into play tapped. I'm like, they're tapping more stuff? Hey, man, look at this. I kind of have like an offense. I just don't want to see Pestilence show up. I might want to save this. Let's attack for now. Bring back both ninjas. Come on, let's go. Apologies. Maybe they're using the restroom. We're getting some more coffee. One thing cool about the FIFA World Cup, I saw some tweet or something where somebody said, look how well all these countries get along when you don't have the leaders around. I thought that rang pretty true. It's like, that's right. All right, we'll bring back the ninja for the ninja. And we'll do the same thing with the sprite here. Off we go, draw 2 cards. Seal the deal, yes. Yes. All right. Hey, look at that. We've got even more damage. We're causing serious damage. Yeah, we could do that. I'd rather just sit back and we're just like the counter patrol here. No. No, sir. Hut. Get. And another. All right. Well, I can block that all day long. If they ever came out with a 1/1 like Deathtouch artifact, you know, it'd be in this list. I'd probably end up losing at least one of the ambush vipers. Down to 3 as it is. We can block that all day long. Sewer-veillance might be interesting. I think I might just crash through that. Off we go. Let's go. Don't like that. Well, this will be a good blocker. Let's get our ratios down. Make sure I've got enough Spellstutter and math here. Counter just about any of these returning flying critters. Yes, I want to use the ability. At this stage, I don't know, man. What do we do? Play another bridge? Got plenty of mana. Just in case. I'll play it. We'll reduce our probabilities. We haven't seen a single Pulse of Murasa. Spellbomb is inept. And here we go. Bam. 3 islands left. If I play the island, I still want to have fodder for you know who. So we'll just come over for 2 here. Two. Artifact you control. Gotcha. I'll probably equip something with the longbow next turn just in case a refurbished familiar comes down before they can explore it. Don't want a draw engine here. I'm going to bite. I think we got him in a position where they almost can't attack us. The crackback's just too big. Shoot. All right. You tricked me. Down goes 1 sprite. Now they're hellbent, so that doesn't feel too bad. All right, now they're not. Just don't be a Glint Hawk. I've already killed 2 of them. Bad play. There's no reason to do that. Yeah, please attack. So much more relaxing now. I'm like, oh, I have nothing. Let's go up. Bridge. Why not? I'll do this to this to this. These guys aren't doing anything, so I might as well put them to work. Put that there. Attack here. You know what? Play the other one. Equip it too. Start doing 4 a turn. Combat damage. I was like, did I find a loophole? Huh. Maybe I entice them in with the this dude here. 2, 4, 6. I could take 2 hits with that. I guess I get rid of one of these. Surveil. Man, that's a flexible little card. Remember when people used to play Disfigure? Nine damage. 2, 4, 6, 7. Hey, come on over. Shoot you. And Defile came out, but if you're not playing just all black, then yeah, Grim Bauble's a really nice card. Cool. There's a treatment for you, Mr. Man. Let's attack. Doing the thing. Yes. All right. We've already got 2. Let's discard that. 1, 2, 3. Put this on here. Oops. Wait a turn. You know what? Maybe I'll put it on this. Actually, that represents 1 more damage. I have plenty of mana, so I'll block shoot. Get him to 5. And it's just the swing back wins. There it is. That's why we don't play our lands, kids. Block shoot. And we'll shoot the familiar here. Blop. Gonna flip the Tithing Blade, I'd imagine. Yep. Alrighty. 1, 2, 3. Put this on here. I'll just shoot this now. I just don't want them to come up for air. That makes any sense there. Attacking. Sure. Yeah, fine. Do some serious damage. Here we go. 10 minutes to get to the next game. Feels like we got this one short up. 1 card in hand. Uh-oh. Oh, that'll do some stuff. I'll do the bobble dance. Taking out our spider. Cool. We'll show them the error of their ways. Not like they have any choice in it, right? Remember when I was bad-mouthing this card? Now I like it. He's like, dang. All right, note to self, they have no graveyard interaction. Imagine they have to have a blood fountain or 2 in there, but... All right, there we go. Game 3. Might only have 1 more game after this. Might not get to 5. Ah. That can go... I guess Surveillance comes in. And we'll put a ninja between the landscapes, because we all know ninjas used to be gardeners. And between a viper, when you move that bush and a viper bites you. Grindy for sure, Kelly Town. Yeah, sometimes I play a little too aggro-ish, and especially when I'm up against the clock. I have to work most Saturdays, right? So I have like just this really tight 3-hour window. Almost every game I ever play or outing on Twitch or YouTube is always like under 2.5 hours. Except when I pull an Chimpskey style list like this. I say that with love, and Chimpskey's the master of mid-range. If you ever bump into him, get comfortable. Yeah. It's neat, the Defile argument. I mean, it's all deck dependent, right? It becomes like one of the best removal spells ever if you're all swamps. Yeah, find some work in quotes. It's just a bunch of little, I mean, I'm working across from teenagers, so kind of an ego hit, you know, going from winning Emmys to slinging cards. But hey, gets me out of the house and doing stuff. I've also got another lead, or I've qualified and did all the paperwork and everything for these big events like it's Super Bowl or FIFA games and stuff, working like kind of security. Come and go as I wish. I haven't done the first step yet. I've just had all the training and stuff, so we'll keep this. Masked Vandal's going to go a long way here, especially if I can return it with ninjas and such. Ooh, I hope they kill my fairy quickly. If I get like a basic forest or like Tree of Tales here, it's going to make... All right, that's interesting. Do I take the chance now? I'm gonna jump on the Seer here. I kind of want this to die just so I have the access to Vandal early. All right, we don't have any poison creatures yet, so I'm gonna say bottom top. And we'll just play the bridge, play the Seer next, and hope for the best. It'd be really nice to take out their land, especially if they get hiccuped on like 2 here. There's the culprit. Of course, if we do see another land, I'd probably go after that bauble and just turn off the engine a little bit. Yep. Here we go. They're off to the races. Might be worth grabbing that bridge now. We'll see. Give me a forest. Nope. You dirty rat. I know. They're going to just play the bauble again. I'd much rather them go after this than good cards. Bottom. I don't know if I want to be in Ninja Town yet. I'll do it. The Masked Vandal's probably going to get through after I eat that Goldmire Bridge. If they don't hit a land, it's going to be really clear what I need to do. Okay. Oh my God, I got another hawk. Jeez, oh, peace. All right. Frustrating. All right, we're going after the bridge. I'll be able to kill whatever we do, but we do have Pulse of Murasa to kind of reset our math here. So let's go with that plan. Boom, boom, boom. Ba-ba-da-ba-bum. Yes. Thank you. Now if they swing, we bring back Ninja, and hopefully we do some stuff. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, Dreamer Stingo. That Masked Vandal and the Ninja are best buddies having a sleepover. Let's go. Woo! Opponent. Maybe they got a little greedy with their mana. Don't want to see a Basilica. We haven't seen one yet. Yeah, that's why I really like this build. Like I said, I don't think this deck can exist outside of Pulse of Murasa. It's too organic. I keep saying that word, but that's the best word I can think of for this list. It shouldn't be able to have the staying power it does, but Pulse sure helps it get there. Let's go to 14, soon to be 20. Damn it. All right. Well, if we get an island, this is going to be awesome. Island. Look at this play. We attack. Green bean sushi roll with the emote. That is fire. Let's go. Let me attack. Let me do the thing. We bring it back. We double attack. We teach them for picking on our seers, right? Yeah. Pop, 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 boom, 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 pop, bing, pow, zap. Well said, Dreamer Stingo. Tears for Seers. I like it in Chimpskey. You guys are the best. I wonder if ever somebody was like in solitary confinement or something, if they just had the ability to stream, if they would be able to stay mentally healthy enough. I think so. It does feel like you guys are in the room with me. Yeah, we all know what's coming. Vandal time. Smack, smack. Yo, taking it out. Yep, let's go. Everybody wants to ruin the world. Nice. Ruin the world. Well done. All right, bye-bye, Ninja. Problem is we don't really have a Murasa target until that happened, so that'll be cool. If we get another land, this is going to be brutal because we're going to be able to do that again. Hey, that works too. How much further do I push this? Bring that back, and then let's just bring it back. We'll get this going online here. Yep. Yes. Give me a forest, huh? All right, that's not too bad. Let's play this. I guess let's just get our life right here. They are chipping into us pretty good here. All right, 16. We're good. Got to get a creature in our graveyard here. Not out of the woods yet. There's another one. Okay. Gonna teach them to kill our stuff, right? Boom, boom, boom. Bring this out. I'll at least ask for some removal, and then we can use the Vandal next turn, now that we've got 2 mana. We'll attack here. I'll go get the combo if nothing comes out of this. Yeah, I could do it that way. Do I deep powers here? Do I really want... Should have probably played Trinket Mage there, even to go get a land and just pitch. I'm gonna roll the dice. Yep, I'll try it. Let's not gonna do too much here. This might be incorrect, but I'm gonna go like this. We're gonna drop here, rock here. Yes. Do I want to do good stuff? I sure do. Let's get our combo online. Start mowing down some hawks. Yeah, this is a really fun list to play. If you're ever in a funk, this is one of those. If you're like a really good player, and you just want a deck that technically should be able to take anything out. The lines are very vast. It's all right. We're taking out that bridge. Stat. Maybe the bauble at this rate. I'm gonna block. It's a lot quicker than equipping a bow, especially with another one in my hand here. And then the ability to turn off white. Let's do this again here. Okay, right on cue. Let's do this first. Taking out the bridge. We've already got 1 Recluse, so I'll get rid of that. We might be able to get back the Sprite. Let's bring this out. Let's attack. I think I want to bring back the ninja here. Do I get greedy? We are at 10 life. I'm just going to do this. Okay. That's cool. Oops, I can't cycle it. All right. We're just going to get out our combo here and hope they don't have any issues because we kind of win the game if they can't deal with that spider. Woo! I think I'm going to call it at 1 more game, guys. The second Orzhov list we've gone up against, but man, oh man, how good is Masked Vandal on this list against this matchup? Wow. 3 times in 1 game. What are we talking about? Oh, the Vandal, yeah. Yeah, it's like the Simic vandalization. And again, apologies to the YouTube people. This is probably not going to be up till Saturday night, especially being the 4th of July. Might not be up till Sunday. I mean, it'll be up, but it just won't be viewable. What is this new devilry? All right, there's some options. At 10 life against a Glint Hawk, no white mana out. I might just consider blocking this. I think they know that too. Here we go. That's not going to do anything. All right, we got a whole lot of fun going on here. Hey, right on cue. Let's do the thing. Pop, boom, ping, pow. Attack. let's make it 4 times. Smack. Yes. Okay. We'll play this out. We'll go like, let's do this. Sure. No targets for you. Feels like we got this one. It's kind of a best case scenario as you can get. Hey, there's white. I have to discard a card. I think I'll do this. Woo! All right. I think I could play one more match. Before I do, I'm going to use the restroom real quick. And because it's the 4th of July here across the world, but you know, this is the big 250 anniversary for America, I'm going to roll to one of my favorite little bathroom break skits in the form of, we're not going to play another game, but we'll come back and discuss the list in just a sec.
The 12 inches to a foot?
12 feet to a yard.
If it were only so simple. 3 feet to a yard.
And how many yards to a mile?
Nobody knows.
Let's confess, it feels a little complicated, sir. Why not use meters and kilometers?
And the slaves, sir. What of them?
You asked about the temperature.
I did not.
We should have 2 different unrelated scales of temperature. One of them will make sense to the entire world, and the other will be super random. Our great nation will use the random one.
What is the scale called, sir?
Fahrenheit.
Spell that for me?
Impossible. That is my dream for our countrymen. A melting pot of different measurements that will make Europeans throw little tantrums. In short, a land of liberty.
Where all men are free.
All right, everybody. Well, I'm going to leave it at that. This deck takes a little too long to win, and I don't want to be have a nervous loss where it feels like I'm under duress. So I'm going to leave this as it sits here for 2026 UG Deathtouch. There's a very small chance we'll play this before the new year. Usually about an 8 to 9 month interval. New cards come out and stuff. This is that type of the show where we go. All right. So what did we learn? Well, gotta make sure I'm still back on camera here. I'm still out to lunch on this Sewer-veillance camera. I think there's a lot of potential here, but there were 2 times when I really wanted this to be our friend Network Disruptor, both for the early ability of turning on our ninjas or, just having that turn 1 option outside of a Faerie Seer. And just 1, we can fetch for it, keep in mind, because it is an artifact creature, so it's kind of neat to do a little alpha strike with the Trinket Mage. You tap the thing down if your combo is not online. I do like the 8 critter ability here. I really like turn aside. It didn't really shine too much today, but believe me that this list being so heavily in blue, a lot of times it's very easy to keep 1 up and really throw a wrench into things. Sideboard wise, I feel like the deck's there. I would like maybe 1 or 2 more options, maybe go down to 2 turn asides. The second I do that, though, I'm like, I have the combo locked up, and then the person's able to deal with it. And I'm like, well, maybe I go back to the 3rd turn aside. So what I'm trying to say is this list pretty fine-tuned. I know it looks a little janky to some of you people out there, but like I said, I have taken this to a challenge and finished around, I think it was the 14th spot. Granted, this was like 3 years ago and a few builds ago, but I think it's, as most decks do, they're just going to keep getting better and better. But I really like this list. Feel free to take it for a spin, modify it as you wish. As we saw today, this is where red's kind of the weakness, right? And we had so much against it, but the bottom line was that we didn't draw our Pulse of Murasa engine in time, because you can counter stuff all day long, but if it just keeps coming at you and you can't refill that life, it's it's nighty night. So yeah, I had Ginger Brewed in a few builds. If you really want to do a deep dive, literally just type in like UG Deathtouch Propaganda, or go in our video list, which is 10 years deep now, and start from scratch. And I'll see you in about 2 days, because I think it's probably about 48 hours worth of videos on that thing. So hey, thank you for that, Cut It Down. All right, guys. Well, happy 4th of July to all you Americans out there. And for all you others, thanks for the statue, France. And if I'm at a loss for bad jokes. Anyway, guys, I'll be back same time, same place, Propaganda, next Saturday, as we go out with the old school Pictionary. So for those of you that stuck around to the end of the show, see if you can name these cards in the chat before time runs out. All right, guys, till next week. Adios.